What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video. Today we're going to be showing you how to properly use the new scenery attachment feature on the coasters. Basically, this is one of the most incredible new features, but I found a few things that made it a little bit difficult here and there, so hopefully Frontier will kind of look into this. It's not the biggest deal, but if you do it correctly right away, it's not that big a deal. So I just want to make sure you don't go into the same mistakes that I had. So let's say you want to edit this coaster train. Let's head into the Customize tab right here. You're going to head to Attach Scenery, and we can attach any scenery that we want to this, but we want to make sure before we do this that you know how many trains you're going to have on this ride. So let's go ahead and edit the coaster, and I have a few block sections. I'm not doing anything realistic here. Let's just do a friction lift followed by drive wheels, just for the sake of this video, you know. So and then we'll do a block section, more drive tires, and we'll do another block section at the end here, just to get all of our stuff in here. There we go. So now we should be able to do plenty of block sections here. After we click done, if I go over to operation mode, block section, I recommend doing this after you know for sure how many trains you have, and I recommend having your trains on here as well. So make sure you already have your trains ready to go. So that's what I recommend when to start attaching scenery. So do your park or your ride layout first, and you're going to want to do this last, and you'll see why here in a minute. If we attach some scenery here, I'm just going to go ahead and head into some signage, and let's do a Chief Beef themed here, like a Chief Beef themed a Chief Beef shop theme here. So if I go find Chief Beef, there he is. We can attach a Chief Beef sign. Of course, we can scale this up. Now, before you place your first item, it's important that you go over to the little cog, the settings bar here. And before you even start, if you want to this is only if you want it to affect all the trains, make sure you apply to all trains, and you can see that it's applying to all 3 of my trains. So make sure you do that first, because if you don't, you might realize it's going to be really difficult and almost impossible to apply it to all your trains. That's why I wish there was a apply to all trains after you do this, but apparently there's not. So you'll want to do that. Now, after you start doing that, let's say I want to put some wooden planks on my train. So we'll just type wood, and we'll find a good wood piece to put on my train. What is this? It's a Viking sign. Here's our wooden planks. So say you want to do anything you do to the side. So let's say I do this. Let's turn on angle snap here. And I want to put them onto the side. Remember, it is putting it on all of your trains. You can see that. Now, say you want to apply it to the other side as well. Make sure this isn't completely straightened out, but that's okay. We can straighten it. Say if I want to put like a wooden plank on the side here, or theme it up however I want, you know. Make sure you go over here to your thing. Still make sure apply to trains on, and you can also do twinning, which will put it on all the cars, but if you're working on the front car, it will not work. So for the front car, you're going to have to do individually from your back cars, because your front car is shaped a little bit differently on most coaster types. So if you do symmetry and do mirrored, you can actually, as you can see, it will put it on the other side for you. So if you're working on one side, you can copy it to the other side very easily. That is one of the coolest features that we have here. Now you can see how this front car is highlighted. Before going to the next one, make sure that this car gets highlighted. And the only way really to do that right now, you can't really use Advanced Move Tool. See how it's highlighting that second car? Go ahead and I want to do this to the other car, so let's go ahead and do that. But before I do that, let's go ahead and head over here, and you can do twinning now for the rest of your train. So you only have to do one individual car for the rest of the time, but you can see that it is going to affect everything. So it's important that you go and do these settings at the beginning, and when you do twinning, will only work not on the front car, but the rest of the cars. So the front car does kind of function a little differently than the rest. So that's something you have to keep aware of. So if I go into there, you'll see that that wooden piece is going to go ahead and go on all of them. Now, if I go back to the front piece here, you can see that that option doesn't show up anywhere if you go to like, until you go to like at least advanced move tool or something like that. Say if I'm copying, I can go back into this and make sure it's applying to all trains and stuff like that. So let's say I wanted to add some lights to my car. So we're gonna go ahead and add some lights. Let's just add, there's a couple of different options that we can go with, but let's say I want to add like this light, and again, you can scale it up to wherever you want. And I still have twinning on, or the the symmetry on, so if you don't want that on, you can turn it off. Let's go ahead and put these on the side, I think. So I'm going to actually apply these to the side, if I don't mess it up. Turn on our angle snap so I can rotate them properly here. And make sure I always go to this a lot, apply to trains. And let's say I just want this on here. And we are twinning, but I just want these lights on here. And if you go ahead and if you do select that again, sometimes it could be hard to select. There we go. It will, I believe, still move the other one if you go back and edit it. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and turn snapping off. Straighten that out a little bit. And we're going to place this here. So just be aware, if you want to place this to the other cars and you're using advanced move, see how this is highlighted? It means it's going to animate with that. So you don't want that. And the only way to really get a hold of the other one here is to say, actually move it over there. Like, you can't use advanced move or it won't work. So over here, make sure you have twinning still on, which it is. That way it will apply to everything, and you have symmetry on. And I can apply it to all of my coaster cars. Okay. And with all those on, just always periodically make sure that these are on. If I click done, you can see that I have all of them on all of my trains now. So we got a Chief Beef themed train with some lights. And if we go ahead, always make sure you test it as well, just to make sure you got all the animations right as well, which it looks like we did. And we have our Chief Beef train coming in. So it's just important to make sure that those settings are on, because I found it very difficult to get those to work properly. So don't make I made the mistakes for you, so you can make it a lot easier for down the line. So if we go into nighttime, we could probably see that our awesome lights are lighting up the sides there. Pretty cool. So yeah. So I hope you guys found this tutorial useful. So don't make the same mistakes I did. That's basically what I'm saying. So appreciate you guys sticking around and being here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this, guys. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye.